Because here's the truth, if that's all it took, you'd be there already. You'd be experiencing fulfillment, happiness, and joy right now. But you're not. And it's not your fault. Hey, it's Byron Morrison here, and welcome to the Fulfilled Life Project. Do you ever feel like no matter what you achieve, you still feel empty and unfulfilled? Like for some reason something's missing and just stopping you from feeling happy? Well, in this video I'm going to talk to you about why you're feeling that way and what it really takes to fix it. Because picture this, you've just signed another client, your biggest client in years. Everyone around you celebrating and congratulating you. You know that you should feel on top of the world, yet you don't feel it. If you're really honest, you pretty much just feel indifferent and numb to the entire experience as it leaves you feeling empty. And rather than enjoying the moment, you're already focusing on the next goal and the next milestone, convincing yourself that once you reach that, then you'll be happy. The thing is though, that's what you said the time before and the time before that, yet nothing ever seems to fill that void. Well, here's the truth. It's not about external goals at all. Because if it was, you'd be there already. You'd already be experiencing joy and fulfillment right now. Yet you're not. And it's not your fault. You see, the problem is your subconscious programming is causing you to keep focusing on more money, a fancier car, bigger house, that perfect Hollywood relationship. And that's why whenever you achieve that goal, you still feel empty. And this is why I speak to so many people who, even though they've had financial success, they've hit a plateau. They stop moving forward, they stop making an impact, and they stop feeling good about themselves because no matter what they achieve, it doesn't fill that void. And this is why they get stuck, going through the motions, dragging themselves out of bed, and living their life wondering if there's something more. You see, the problem is society puts such a big focus on chasing these external desires that we overlook how we actually feel inside. And this is why we chase that next income level to cover up that internal inadequacy. It's why we buy that fancier car to try and compete with our neighbors to make us feel better about ourselves. It's why we sabotage our relationships because we don't like who we are inside. All of these internal desires, we cover them up, chasing some external force, hoping that it's going to fill that void. And that's why we keep putting off what we really want, lying to and convincing ourselves that once we reach a certain target, then we'll take some time off, we'll focus on our family, we'll finally take that trip, we'll prioritize our health or take up that hobby. We constantly land up in this never-ending cycle of putting off what we want and need the most, all in pursuit of this external goal. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for these big amazing goals of pushing ourselves and aspiring to reach that next level, but we need a shift. Rather than being driven by that inner void, we need to be pushing forward based around who we truly are. Because this is what allows you to create an impact based around what matters most, to develop relationships built on joy and love, to empower you not just to live your life, but actually feel alive. Because when you start living your life driven by those internal desires rather than that internal void, that's when you can truly have it all. And that's what the foundation of fulfillment and success needs to be built on. And that's why I really want to challenge you to think about what you're focusing on right now. Honestly, stop and ask yourself, is what you want congruent with what you truly need? Because if it's not, you're going to continue going around in a never-ending circle, chasing things in the grand scheme of things don't matter, and you're going to stay stuck. And this is why it's so important to take the time to develop that self-awareness about who you truly are, what you value, and what you want the most. Because when you start making your choices, your decisions, and basing your actions around what it is that lights a fire inside of you and makes you feel alive, that's how you can take control of that fulfilled life that you deserve. Now, you may be thinking, that's all well and good, but I don't know who I am, what I want, what my passion and purpose is, or what's going to fill that internal desire. And I want you to know that you're not alone. For most of my life, I felt exactly the same way. A few years ago, even though I had these big goals and dreams, I wanted to do something that mattered and made a difference in the world, I had no clue what that was. So I became stuck in a job where I had absolutely no fulfillment in my work. I was overweight, struggling with confidence, and every single day battling to get by. It was only after my dad's cancer and seeing the pain and suffering he went through during his surgery, including having most of his bowels surgically removed and spending 25 days in ICU, most of that on life support and breathing through a tracheostomy, that I realized that life was too short, and if I continued down the path that I was on, that was going to be me. That was when I got that wake-up call that the harsh reality is, if we continue down the path that we're on, too many people are going to wake up at 65 looking back at the life that they could have lived, the chances they didn't take, and they're going to be thinking, what if? Filled with regret. And that's why I really urge you to take that time and have that honest conversation with yourself. Really ask yourself, what is it you truly want? And if you don't know what that is, then what I've done is I've put together a free masterclass where I'm going to take you through the 4 steps of my Reignite method to really find out where you're at in your life right now, what's holding you back, and what you need to be applying your focus on to find that passion and purpose. We're going to go through exactly what it takes in order to find that happiness and fulfillment so that you can take control of an extraordinary life. So you can watch that masterclass for free using the link in the description of this video. So I'm Byron Morrison, author of the book Become a Better You, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you can stay in touch for all future videos. And if you know someone right now who's stuck going through the motions, who has amazing potential yet feels lost and unfulfilled, please share this video with them. Give them that wake-up call that the problem is they might be focusing on external goals and overlooking what they need the most. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and always remember, you only have one life and one chance, so make it count.